All right. What's up, Hacksters? I'm feeling pretty festive as it's the end of the year, and I'm about to head out across the bay for some sweet festivities. But before I do that, I thought I would come by here and share a cool package that we got with you since it is still Mailbag Monday, and I've been wanting to share some of our favorite projects from the last year. So this is going to be a quick sampling, and we're going to have some more for you over the next week, which is going to be really... who doesn't love revisiting favorites? It's going to be so cool. So anyway, we have this package here that's been sort of burning a hole in my desk, as usual. We've got a lot of cool end-of-year things, so I'm really excited to get into these. I've got a bunch of projects over here that, you know, end of year, need to be written up and finished and everything. But yeah, so let's break this open. Might be easier to go through the bottom, actually. But then what if things... I'll just go through the top. It's easier. Sorry if there's some microphone jostling in there. Always cut away from yourself. I learned that in a zine at my first mini maker fair in Ann Arbor. Someone had this one where they would like teach you, verify that you would always cut away from yourself with a knife, and then you got to assemble this zine. Oh, it's got a packing list in it. So I'm not going to show you everything from this right now because I want to focus on a few little things. We don't have a ton of time. Oh, very exciting! So, we talked a bunch about the Google DIY AI kits, including like a voice assistant kit for a smart assistant, and also the Matrix creator boards in the past year. And now there's been, so on the Matrix creator boards, it's basically a board that you can load with, pardon, whatever kind of voice assistant you want, whether that's Google Assistant, Alexa, or a more privacy-focused one like Mycroft or Snips.ai. So Seed has just started coming out with these kits that help you really easily set up Snips.ai, which is a very privacy-focused one. And they've sent us some of this. So among other things, including an adjustable PIR motion sensor. PIR stands for passive infrared, so it basically shoots out infrared light. It looks like this thing. Anything that's got this little like white plastic kind of dome lens thing on it, that's because it's got like a single infrared sort of sensor, and this helps it be sort of multi-directional. That's why you see those things on motion detectors. Anyway, yeah, cool. So they already had a passive infrared motion sensor, but I'm guessing this is some kind of like a new one because it says adjustable. We integrate two potentiometers on the board to make the detect range and trigger time adjustable. The Grove connector is on the opposite side, so that this sensor is very suitable to be mounted on panels. Very cool. Of course, if you're not familiar, the Grove system is a way of attaching different inputs and outputs, or sensors and actuators, to your devices very easily using these sort of universal connectors and cables. There's a smaller type of thing like this called Quick, QWIIC, that I got to try before. I think this is one of the ones that I'm not going to look at right now. It's like a multi-PWM driver. What's this guy? 2-channel... inductive sensor. Ooh, yeah! Gonna look at that one later. You'll just have to wait. Human presence sensor. So this is really interesting. This is an infrared sensor. It's a human presence sensor that is based on the AK9753, a 4-channel IR ray sensor that can not only detect approaching but also passing by movement. By using an external optical lens, the detecting range can be up to 2 to 3 meters. Very suitable for human detection application. So if you combine this with these other things, you can basically build a very competent sort of voice assistant that could kind of activate when people approach it and otherwise is off to like save power or bandwidth or whatever. Here we also have an RGB LED ring, WS2813 LED type, and this is also Grove compatible. Let's pull that out and have a look at it. I'm pulling these out specifically because they are kind of reminiscent of some of the matrix design. And look at these, they're like WS2D tools, but tiny. Ah, cool. You know how usually when you look at an RGB LED, one sec, I can show you. Oh, can I? Or is it too much of a mess here? I need to do some post-holiday cleaning, but I want to show you this. Where are my LED rings? Well, got a little strip here. Here we go. Okay. So on your typical RGB programmable LEDs, these are, let's focus. Here we go. You've got the sort of package, right? And then the sensor, or not sensors, the contacts and diodes and stuff in the middle. And here they seem to have eliminated a lot of the packaging so that it's just sort of the contacts and stuff. You can see that. Anyway, might have to change my contrast and stuff a little bit. It's so hard to get something like that that works really well. Anyway, enough about my problems. Let's put this away. Cool. Very exciting. So now we have some of the stars of the show. Gonna talk about this one later. What's this? Oh yeah, and they also have a stick version of that RGB LED thingamajig. There we go. LED stick. And that's basically just got a bunch of LEDs in a stick formation instead. Let me pull up the pages here. So here's the RGB LED and ring and stick that we're talking about on the Seed store. And this is pretty new. It's from December 11th. So it's really cool that they've sent us these already. So how many LEDs are on here? 10. Cool. And 20 on the ring, I think. Cool. Another thing that I wanted to highlight before we move on is that Tiny Circuits, the Tiny Arduino, Tiny DIY Arcade, Tiny Pocket Arcade, all these tiny little snap together Lego-like Arduino bits are on sale for 19% off for 2019. Only if you order before January 1st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can get a Tiny Zero IoT kit that's super teeny tiny for $50, including like a processor board, a little perf board, which actually is broken out pins. That's really nice. What looks like an ESP8266 or something like that, and a lithium polymer battery. Fantastic. A tiny video player kit. Look at that. Oh, it's so adorable. Plus the tiny piano and tiny violin that they've designed for previous open hardware summits. Anyway, you can get those things. It's very exciting. Back to the main event. What's this thing though? I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this is the re-speaker thing. Cool. 6 mic circular array kit for Raspberry Pi. It comes with 6 microphones and 12 RGB LEDs. It is designed to enable voice interface applications. It can determine voice direction in 360 degrees. So, you know, like the Alexa or other systems like the Matrix Creator, you can figure out which direction a voice is coming from. Yeah, and respond appropriately. And then let's just go through the rest of this before we... Oh, so exciting. So which of these is the base? Wow, it's heavy. This is the satellite kit, and this is the base kit. Okay. Oh, so exciting! More mess. Hurrah! Get to use my knife again. So, Seed has created this base kit and satellite kit for interacting with snips.ai. Very exciting. The base kit is sort of your standard, like, get your little Snips assistant set up kind of thing. Let's see what's inside of there. Bring your ideas to life with voice. Anything else cool on the outside? Oh, as usual, Seed has done a really good job of labeling the package with what's inside. We've got a Raspberry Pi 3 Model B+. Ooh, Ooh, wonderful. Respeaker, 2 mics, pi hat, Grove temperature and humidity sensor, relay, a speaker, a Raspberry universal power supply. They do a really good job of making these things easy to get started with, and including everything that you need, including the power supplies. Like, we've worked with their Seed Grove kits for the Intel Edison and stuff like that before, and they're always just super comprehensive and well thought out in terms of what they include. Always great to have another Raspberry Pi. There's these laser cut parts that you will put together with this pegboard. And you've got these T-slots, so like you basically, there's going to be like another panel over here, right? And basically put a screw through, but you put a nut in first, so that when you put the bolt in, rather, you put the nut in here, when you put the bolt in, then it like holds everything in place. Very convenient. And the pegboard you can kind of see peeking down from the bottom, or up from the bottom there. And here's our temperature and humidity sensor, very well isolated from the rest of the board, so it's not going to get, you know, heated up and stuff. Makes sense. Ooh, what's this? Oh, we have tools! Haha, and a lanyard. Neat. What's this? Oh, that's the speaker. Wow, nice little speaker. Here's our relay. Here's our power supply, presumably. A bunch of little standoffs and screws and things. Very nice. Bolts, rather. I basically use the two interchangeably, but I try to be correct. Ooh, we've got two little... So this is the standoffs, like tall standoffs and medium ones, and these are like small ones. Okay. Then we have this Respeaker 2 mics pi hat, which I've never seen before. That's pretty exciting. So we've got all these materials available to create whatever, like a really custom sort of Snips assistant setup. That's really, oh, we're gonna have so much fun with this if I can ever find the time, which I definitely will though, because I've got a number of projects that I wish to complete in the new year, and these will be chief among my materials. Let's just say that. Oh boy. Okay, so that's the base kit, right? So that basically enables you to set up your house setup. And now we have this satellite kit, which is sort of like one of those auxiliary Amazon devices that you would buy to extend the reach of your Alexa. It basically does the same thing, but for Snips. And I'm gonna refocus here again because I apparently have not nailed it yet. That's good enough. And here again we have some bolts and standoffs and things. We've got a power supply. We've got a little USB-A to micro, and separately we have a mini, I think, HDMI to regular size HDMI female. Cool, this will help us hook it up to all the things. Oh man! See, this is what I mean. There's like no fishing around and trying to find the right adapters and cables and things because it's all just right in here. Look at this, Raspberry Pi Zero bare bones kit. I forget what the deal is with this thing. I think it is because it doesn't have the headers on it. Even so, they have a mini HDMI to... Oh, this is the... These are the two cables that they're talking about. The mini HDMI to HDMI adapter and micro USB to USB-A female. And here's a little... tiny heatsink. Super cute. And here we have our Raspberry Pi. It looks like a complete Raspberry Pi Zero. I wonder what the bare bones thing is about. I'll have to check that out. Looks like a regular one. Cool. Although, I almost think it's a little bit shorter, but I don't think it is. I think that's just an illusion. Cool. Oh, wow. So, this one doesn't need a full, like, Raspberry Pi 3, presumably because it's not doing all the AI processing stuff on board. It's just sort of relaying info. It's going to do a bit of audio processing, probably. And, yeah, so to hook up with the Pi hat there. And do, you know, the internet things to talk to the other one. The base station, that is. So, yeah. Bare bones kit, 2 mics pi hat, temp and humidity sensor again. Oh, another relay. Cool, so you can have like a little sensor network in your house and keep track of like your greenhouse as well as your kids' room or something. Another relay, so you can adjust, you know, your grow lights or whatever. Speaker, power supply, micro SD card, pegboard, and assembly tools. Very neat. Oh wow, so this is basically the exact same thing except for that it has a weaker Raspberry Pi, and I'm wondering if it already has this stuff installed on it, or, you know, either way you'd probably have to update it anyway, so you're going to be sort of doing a little bit of messing around with the micro SD cards. This is hella exciting. I want to tell you about some more things that I'm excited about from the past year because they're thematic, I guess. There's this one that just came in at the 11th hour. 12th hour, 11th hour. It's a Christmas ornament that 3D prints. It's so meta. I love this thing. So at first I was like, no way. Did this person, Sean Hodgins, did he... this person makes a lot of cool projects, by the way. I was like, did he put a whole like little FDM printer in there? Like you'd need multiple motors and like a filament feeder and everything and a heater. Turns out, I'm going to spoil this for you, so cover your ears if you don't want to see. But he made a resin printer inside with a tiny bath and a tiny little LCD monitor thingamajig. Or no, OLED. I'm not sure if it's an LCD or an OLED screen. We can find out in the project. LCD screen, 200 by 240 pixels, a custom little 7 UV LED array to cure the resin. And yeah, so basically the LCD screen sort of projects the image of each layer on it. There's a tiny platform with a single motor that raises it, a stepper motor pulled out of like a disk drive. And then, yeah, and so this whole thing fits inside of a 3D printed ornament, and it 3D prints some more ornaments. Look at that! Oh my god! It's amazing! It's so good! It makes me think of like, now I want to build like a little robot that sort of like drives around and leaves a trail of little like robot poos or something. That's probably not, it would be adorable. Come on, it would be adorable. Anyway, I love this. It's so great. Not thematically related to anything else, but except for the season. He's done a bunch of really cool stuff, so you should totally check out his page. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think he's the person who made the this basically create your own Arduino board module, the HCC mod, I think it's called. Basically this little white board that you can surface mount solder onto whatever PCB you design to create your own Arduino, and it has everything on there that you need for like power management and everything. So cool. So I'm not surprised to see another amazing project, but this is just, it's a great idea. It's so well done. Okay, so more about these snips things. You can find those on the Seed pages as well. Seed voice interaction base kit and the voice interaction satellite kit, both for snips.ai. So cool to see that collaboration happening. I am curious about how this lanyard is supposed to be used. So they show you like a demo, and I guess it's just so that you can hang it on a door or whatever, or a wall. That makes sense. Then you have this Respeaker 6 mic circular array kit, which I didn't actually open. I should probably do that. Get so caught up in everything. Alright. Here we are. 6 mic circular array kit for Raspberry Pi. La 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 la. Cool. Wow. Look at this packaging. This is so nice. I'm a very tactile person, so this is like, it's when the foam is just like perfectly fitting in there and stuff, it's just really nice. So as you can see, we've got this 6 microphone array, and you've also got 12 LEDs around here, so you could do like a clock or whatever. You got a button. It's labeled button, just in case you didn't realize, but presumably that is programmable. Neat. Very efficient. And what is this now? You've got an out for a headset, you've got a speaker out, you've got an R2C port, which might be for a Grove sensor or actuator, and then this one which is GPIO, which is definitely Grove compatible. You've got a Raspberry Pi compatible 40-pin header here. That is the ReSpeaker voice accessory hat. And you've got a flexi cable here that I won't pull out or I'll never get back in, and some standoffs. Bam. So cool. Where was I? We were going through some cool projects. Oh yeah, so with stuff like this, you could probably build something like this Iron Man Arc Reactor, which was another one of our favorite projects from this year by the Matrix creator team that I was just telling you about. If you're interested in doing smart voice assistants with Snips.ai, you can do it with this as well. And they did an Iron Man little arc reactor where oh man, I'm totally blanking on a name right now. This is what I do though. Alfred, duh, puts on this Iron Man suit, tells it, Jarvis, turn on the reactor, and it does. So Jarvis and I think, I forget what the other sort of demo name for this assistant is, but you can choose Jarvis as one of the defaults or set your own. It's pretty cool. You can see the whole video here beyond that little clip of me flailing and the thing turning on. Of course you can turn it off as well, etc. Another one that Seed mentioned that they're not sending us to right now because we backed it on Indiegogo and we're going to be getting one soon, is another favorite project from this year, Nibble, the world's cutest open source robot kitten. It's a kit that you can make. They were 273% funded in November. So exciting. And this started out as not one, but two hardware projects on Hackster. So this is Nibble, the kit that you see here. And this is basically an update to be more sort of user-friendly to a previous project called OpenCat, which was Rongjong's initial project for just exploring how to build a robotic cat for STEM education and AI-enhanced services. Some really cool design elements here with little springs and stuff. I think it's got some cool ways that the wood parts connect to each other that are sort of reminiscent of Chinese architecture, I think. Let's see. I wish I could find that immediately in the text, but I cannot. But heuristic puzzle solving as well is how it's described. But yeah, like tenon and mortise joints and things like that. Instead of having everything attached by screws and nuts and things. Very cool, with their own little controller board. I am really excited to get our hands on this. I really can't wait. Not only that, but so much thought has gone into things like including a joint tuner so that you can precisely tune your servos so that your little AI brain isn't stuck inside of a janky, uncalibrated body, you know? If I were a computer, that'd be really frustrating. And so, yeah, you can do all kinds of different programming with it. And yeah, so those are a few of our tops projects from this year. There's a bunch more coming. Check out, all of these are linked in the description of the video. OpenCat, Petoy Nibble, which is the update. Then there's the Indiegogo project campaign from that. We've got the Iron Man Arc Reactor from Matrix creator and Snips.ai. We have got the Christmas ornament that 3D prints other Christmas ornaments, which is just freaking amazing. We have this package from Seed, of course, which includes the Snips Voice Interaction Base Kit, Voice Interaction Satellite Kit, the ReSpeaker 6-mic Circular Array Kit for Raspberry Pi, and some of these LEDs, as well as other things that I will be talking to you about later. And then finally, of course, don't forget to stop by Tiny Circuits, an Ohio-based company. They make all these cool, teeny tiny little things. You've probably seen them at Maker Faire if you've been to one. And they are having a 19% off site-wide sale for the next, like, 23 something hours. I don't know what time it is now in the Eastern time zone. It's like 8:30 there. I don't want to do math right now. Anyway, Happy New Year. It might already be 2019 for you, which would be really cool. It's not here yet, so I promise I'm gonna go have fun. I will talk to you soon. Tomorrow I will definitely have a pre-recorded segment, which is an interview, our final interview from the ARM Innovator series that we've been running. And then also this week we have the wrap-up to our Sunnyvale hardware tour at BioCurious. And then we'll be back in the studio. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome holiday, or I hope you had one, or we'll see you soon. Either way. Ciao.